This is the Dark Knight build, and it's simply amazing. It does everything you could possibly want. Huge amounts of damage, insane stagger, and the special is probably the most overpowering ability that you can have on a weapon. This build feels like bringing a tank to a pillow fight. It's overkill in the most satisfying way possible. The focus of this build is the Ancient Meteoric Ore Greatsword. This weapon feels like a cheat. Not only do the basic attacks do an insane amount of damage, but the special launches you forward from an incredible long distance and stabs the enemy. If you press the special again, immediately after the stab, it will also fire an orb of lighting that will damage everything around you. Using this sword feels like enemies are made of butter. You slice into them with a hot knife. It not only cuts but melts them at the same time. This great sword is also broken when it comes to PvP. It is like bringing a bazooka to a knife fight, utterly devastating and completely one-sided. So, how do you get this amazing sword? Well, I will guide you from the first grace all the way to the sword. You actually don't even have to beat any enemies, as you can just run past everything and get the sword. Okay, let's get started. As soon as you enter the Shadowlands, you start from the first grace and make your way up. I will show the path on the map as well in just a moment. Try to keep to the left side to avoid this flaming giant scarecrow. Trust me, you won't be able to take him at the start. You will get to this tree path cross grace. And from here, you make your way onto the bridge. Here, try to run in a zigzag pattern to avoid the big crossbow. As soon as you get past the bridge, continue forward until you get to the castle front grace. The path on the map is like this. We start from the first grace, then we make our way hugging the left wall to tree path cross grace. From there up the bridge to castle front grace. From here we will take to the east, keeping to the left side until we get to the edge of the cliff. From here we will do some parkour down into the valley. Make sure you are on your trusted steed, as jumping without him will end you from the fall damage. Once you get down, you are going to this bastard crab. I hope you enjoy living your life stuck between a rock and a hard place, because that's where you belong with your pointless little claws. Sorry, I got distracted by the crab. You don't need to fight him, but he was asking for it. Anyway, this is where we came from, and now we will go up to the east. This place is really stunning to look at. The developers really outdone themselves on the visual art style of this game. We continue up until we find this spirit spring. Unfortunately, it will not work as it's blocked. You need to hop up and find these cone-shaped rocks, destroy them, and you will open the gusts of wind from that spirit spring. Use it to catapult you up and advance more until you find the second spirit spring. This one will take you directly to the fort of Reprimand near a grace. The path on the map is like this. From the castle front grace we went all the way to the cliff, and down there we traversed until we found the spirit springs. Then we took them up to the fort of Reprimand. From here we take up the stairs and left where we see this enemy, we ignore him and we jump forward to the next grace. If you can't make the same jump, don't worry, you will have the stairs to get here. Now from this grace we will jump down, but be careful not to fall into the hole that takes you to the basement of the fort. We make our way out and then proceed through the mountain pass. After you exit the pass, you should see a dragon fighting some soldiers here. For me, I already beat it, so it's not here. Ignore the dragon and make your way to the left until you get to the ruined forge of Starfall Past. Run down and get to the Grace. This dungeon is where you will find the Ancient Meteoric Ore Greatsword. On the map, the path is like this. We got out of the fort, then proceeded through the mountain pass, and then we went left until we got to the forge. Inside, you can literally ignore all the enemies and run to get to the levers. The first one is over this small bridge. When you pull it, you will be invincible, so enemies will not be able to hit you. As soon as you finish pulling the lever, jump down and go through the passage. Try to avoid the lava projectiles, if you can. They won't do much damage, but they will slow you down. After this, take a right and run through this even longer corridor. Keep running to avoid the lava that will try to ambush you until you get to this ladder on the right. Go up the path, take a right, and again, be careful on the lava projectile, run up and pass everything until you get to this iron platform. Here, jump down on the right across this bridge and turn the lever. This will open this gate. Go through the gate into the corridor, and immediately after you enter on the right, there is another lever. Pull that one and go really fast on top of the gate. While the gate is closing, it will lift you up to where the forge is located. I will show you the previous footage when I got it so you can see how it looks. And now you got the best greatsword in the entire DLC. Now for the rest of the gear, I am using the silver tier mask that gives me +8 to arcane. The greatsword is primarily a strength weapon, but it requires arcane as well to be used. This mask is perfect to compensate for that. To get this, you need to defeat Radon from the base game. He will open up the path to Nokron Eternal City. If you follow the main path through the city, you will get to the bridge where you will fight the Mimic tier. The easiest strategy here is to unequip your weapon before entering to fight him, as he will mimic your gear. This way, until he transforms into your character, you will have time to equip a weapon and easily defeat him. To get the rest of the armor, very early from the first Grace stay on the left until you find this mausoleum. Immediately after you enter, you will encounter Blackgale Knight. Defeat him and he will give you the full armor. For the talismans, I'm using the Great Jar's Arsenal, the Radagon's Sword Seal, and Shard of Alexander. The last one, it can be anything you want. I'm going for more health by using the Amber Medallion. And that's it, the Dark Knight build. It does everything you could possibly want. Huge amounts of damage, insane stagger, and the special is probably the most overpowering ability that you can have on a weapon. This build feels like bringing a tank to a pillow fight. It's overkill in the most satisfying way possible. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will end the video by showing a few PvP battles. And remember, if anyone asks how you got so powerful, just smile and say it's all about the skill. And maybe a little bit of cheese. Happy hunting, Tarnished.